24 hours with JB. Let's talk. Don't be such a nincompoop. Instead, be meddlesome. Nincompoop simply means a foolish or silly person, whereas meddlesome means brave, courage, things of that realm. My reason for sharing that particular statement with you all is because, for one, I just learned those two words. And for two, this is the energy for 2025, or period, right? When you say be meddlesome, that's being brave, that's being courage. So thus, I asked myself while reading the definition, am I being meddlesome? This journey that I'm on, this work that I'm putting in, is it meddlesome? And to be quite honest, it is. As a father, I have to remain meddlesome. As a husband, I have to remain meddlesome. I have to. As an entrepreneur, I have to remain meddlesome. In other words, if I'm not remaining brave, if I'm not putting courage at the forefront, I will falter. And faltering is not in the game plan. Reacting to somebody else's action can cause me to look like a nincompoop. And why would I want to exemplify myself in that way? To be frank, I don't want to. So therefore, I strive to work on me as best as possible. Nonetheless, Happy New Year's and salutations to you all. Another year. You have to know within yourself that it's possible. I could get up here on this stage and perform and give you the best advice you ever had. Wallow could do it. There's a plethora of people that are giving motivational advice, right? But to be honest, sometimes it's hard to give motivational advice when you don't feel motivated. I don't feel motivated today. I'm not going to lie. I went to sleep at 9:30 p.m., woke up at 4 a.m. And I was just like, yo, get to it. I'm going to just zone out. My wife woke up. One of my kids woke up, went back. It was just so therefore I had to clean the kitchen, do this, do that. Nonetheless, by the time I left the house, it was 7 a.m. And now I'm outside finding my way through life. Now I'm outside maneuvering. Now I'm outside talking to you all. Because this is my morning therapy. It's Saturday morning. And I have work to put in. It's Saturday morning and I could easily sit back and say, yo, I'm going to rest today. I'm going to rest up. It's the first Saturday of 2025. I'm going to take it easy. But does taking it easy align with my goals? Does taking it easy depict who Jaquan currently is? And it doesn't. It doesn't. I got the rest. I got a good 6-7 hours of sleep. I'm wonderful. I'm recharged. I'm reincarnated. It's time to work. I'm stimulated. The caffeine in which I intake on a seldom basis, it helps. This is going to be my fuel. This is going to be my fire. This is my wake and bake. And right now, I'm definitely feeling elated because I had my first therapy session of 2025. And what was significant about that therapy session was that was a new therapist, right? So let me just give you all a backstory. My previous therapist was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, my previous therapist was amazing. I went to my therapist for like probably a little over a year. I was able to grow exponentially while being with that therapist. But somewhere along the lines, I felt as though I outgrew that therapist. Somewhere along the lines, I found myself growing more and more per therapy session, and that therapist was sort of stagnated. I felt as though, you know what I mean? My analogy could be wrong, but I'm going off of how I felt and what made me make the choice of switching therapists. Nonetheless, I used every tool that my therapist has applied throughout the sessions, that my therapist has applied as well as taught throughout the sessions. I use them all today, and they have got me to where I'm currently at in life today. So I'm able to speak to you all as fluently as I can, as clear as I can, as all of this is therapy. It's life-changing. I'm an advocate, a pro-advocate for therapy. My only regret with therapy is not doing so sooner. Because it's nothing like speaking to someone who doesn't know you at all and who's unbiased. Oftentimes we speak to our family, we speak to friends, we speak to colleagues, and not that those people don't have our best interests at heart, but sometimes those people don't have it together. In addition, sometimes those people are biased. In addition, those people don't know the cognitive functions of the brain, the wherewithal when it comes to mental health. So therefore, I'm always suggesting that you seek professional help. And even while going to therapy, honestly speaking, I went there for certain issues at first. Yes, but then along the lines, I started to realize that I put too much emphasis, too much thought, too much of me into the problems that I thought I really had, but turned out to be minute. Consequently, that enabled me to realize that there were other issues in my life that I was unaware about, as well as throughout this journey in my life, I need someone to walk with me. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to vent to. I need someone to share certain things with, who I know is not going to hold me accountable, double back and say, yo, Jay, remember you, like, oh, nah, but you, nah. So in other words, when I'm in therapy, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not releasing 100% of me, no. But for the most part, I do get off a lot that needs to be said, get off a lot that goes through my head, whether it's pertaining to work, family, my household, strangers, just anything, just allowing to declutter my mind, if you will. That's therapeutic. You know what I mean? And I feel as though the phase, the stage in which I'm at now, I need to build a solid team. And I consider my therapist part of my team. That's the way I operate. That's the way I maneuver. Because at the end of the day, my therapist is adding to Jaquan. My therapist wants me to do better. My therapist is really there to help me help myself. You understand what I'm saying? It's like I told my therapist, I sit with myself in third person in these sessions. Because I'm on the sideline analyzing Jaquan as well as the conversation per session. Because sometimes I surprise myself. Sometimes I go into my subconscious or my unconscious even and say, damn, where did that come from? Oh, you was thinking about that. And or she may say something and I say, wow, I never thought about that. Or you just struck a different nerve So now that allows me to go into a different bag. Now I'm learning about myself. And I say all that to say this helps me become a better person. Part 2 coming soon.